before getting down.
Solicitor.
In the UK and Australia, who is trained to prepare cases and give advice on legal subjects and can represent people in lower courts.
I'm the solicitor for the Commonwealth's Chief Inspector.
I'm a solicitor.
Attorney.
Lawyers in American English.
You know, I think you need a different attorney after all.
Mr. Fitzgibbons, have a great day.
Look at the new district attorney.
Paralegal.
A person with some legal training whose job is to help lawyers.
I have a part-time paralegal.
What exactly is a paralegal?
Public defender.
In the U.S., a lawyer who is paid by the government to defend people if they cannot pay for themselves.
Now, that might be circumstance to some public defender, but to the CIA, that is actionable intelligence.
All right, I'm going with the public defender, too.
In-house lawyer. A lawyer is an employee of a business and does its stated day legal work.
So I was a hotshot corporate lawyer in the 1980s.
What?
Mr. O'Malley is our corporate lawyer.
Barrister.
A lawyer in Britain who has the right to argue cases in higher courts of laws.
I've become a barrister so that I may enter public life.
I rather like the idea of an Indian barrister in South Africa.
Claimant.
A person or company that requests or receives payment from an insurance company for an accident, illness, damage to property, ICT.
Can you tell me who the claimant was, Rose?
The police claim that you were in Guildford on the night of the bombing. Can you tell?
Respondent.
In a court case, the person who a petition equals a formal letter to the asking for a particular action is made against, especially in a divorce case.
Please, my lord, I appear on behalf of respondent number 1.
Yes, Mr. Gupta, a meat-eating lawyer for an animal rights case.
Well, it says here that 74% of core diffusion demo respondents strongly believe that we are elitist pricks.
Plaintiff.
Someone who makes a legal complaint against someone else. In court.
The plaintiff has adequately proven that the FSIA can apply to pre-1976 events.
Causing, requiring, permitting the plaintiff to remove his coat and shoes in the interview room.
Witness.
A person who sees an event happening, especially a crime or an accident.
From here, you will witness the final destruction of the Alliance and the end of your insignificant rebellion.
The witnesses to the signing of a will are not commonly available. When the will is entered into probate, it's not...
Suspect.
To consider, a person, guilty without proof.
Would you be willing to plant corroborative evidence on a suspect you knew to be guilty in order to ensure an indictment?
Dudley, you suspect someone?
Guardian.
A person who has the legal right and responsibility of taking care of someone who cannot take care of himself or herself, such as a child whose parents have died.
Well, I can't be his guardian.
No, no one was questioning her legal right to Zelig. I mean, she was his half-sister and his guardian, but she had a strange boyfriend called Geist that he'd been in jail for real estate fraud.
Judge.
A person who is in charge of a trial in a court and decides how a person who is guilty of a crime should be punished, or who makes decisions on legal matters.
The prosecution's over. Nobody's standing up in front of a judge.
If the judge let him go free, would you say he was a good judge or a bad judge?
Prosecutor.
A legal official who accuses someone of committing a crime, especially in a law court.
The only thing the prosecutor is asking for is permission to launch a formal investigation.
And what about the prosecutor?